Hey yo, this is Mobbin with Mimosa, and today we're here with XDDSTAX. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man.
Doing good, feeling good.
Yes, sir. Always.
Hell yeah, man. So, where you get the name XDDSTAX from?
Well, one of my homies gave me the nickname XD. You feel me? That was back in the cheese, back when I was like 18. You feel me? I just put stacks on the end because I just be getting money.
Yeah.
Like stacks.
I got you. So
Yeah.
that was just like the artist name or whatever. People aren't
Yeah.
out there calling you like XDDSTAX or whatnot.
Nah, people call me XD, but people don't call me XD stacks.
How was it like growing up in Spokane and?
Yeah, so you feel me? I got three little siblings, single mom. I was just growing up in apartments, you feel me, pretty much my whole life. My mom a hairstylist, uh, you feel me? So it wasn't like we had hella money or nothing. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, woe is me or nothing like that, but you feel me? We was just on housing, moved around a lot, you feel me? Went to a lot of different schools. Um,
You played football, right?
yeah, oh yeah, I used to play football. I started playing football when I was like seventh grade or so. Played
Oh,
all
okay.
through high
And
school.
all the way through high school?
Yeah.
Did you have any plans on like continuing that, or what was like the transition from sports into doing music?
So what really had happened was I had planned on playing playing college ball. I had a couple scholarships too. You feel me? Because that was pretty much my plan, my whole like my early life.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like I always heard from my moms and my grandma and shit. Like you feel me? This how you gonna make it out? Whoopty whoop. So like I put my all into that shit, and then honestly, I ain't really like playing football like when I was in high school and shit, but I just kept doing it because it was like I seen it as my way out. But then by the time I graduated, there was a couple things. So one, I just pretty much lost my love for the sport,
Hmm.
and then two, I ended up catching, you feel me, a little case, and once I did that, long story short, there was like a mandatory minimum with my shit. My public defender at the time had told me like you might as well enter rehab because I was still a minor. I was still
Damn,
17. So he
damn.
was like, you might as well enter rehab because uh, house arrest, jail, and then rehab can all be counted as like time spent
Hmm.
with like a mandatory minimum. So he was like, if you do this, it's gonna look good on your case.
Yeah, especially if you're doing at your own
Yeah,
merit
you
and
feel
shit.
what I'm saying? So exactly. So I went in, I did that. I did like 2 months, and I was an inpatient. And then I got out, and like I said, I didn't even really want to play anymore. But at that time, like the coaches who I had got offers from,
Hmm.
they didn't really want me no more because I had to go to rehab and shit. So you feel me?
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So, what was that? So, what did you turn to after, like, while you're going like through like rehab and stuff like that? Like, what is your life looking like at this point?
I had a lot of shit going on at that point in time. Like, there was a lot going on out here. You feel me? When I was in there, rehab is like, I don't know if it's all rehabs, but the rehab I was in too is like, you can't get calls from your homies and shit.
Oh, it was an inpatient.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can only get calls from like your mom, pretty much. Like, so, but I mean, lucky for me though, a few of my homies and shit was like close to my family already. So like I'm getting updated on shit that's going on out here. But you feel me? It was just a lot going on. But I mean, I think it was necessary. Like, not with the drugs, cause like I always been able to like quit drugs like when I wanted to,
Hmm.
but just to like, what's the word? Um, like get separated from everything that was going on out here at the time and just like be able to look at my life from a different perspective. You know
Got
what
you.
I'm
Got you.
saying? Yeah.
So, did you have like any influences or anything like that that kind of got you into music? I see that you're pretty close to a lot of the artists around here. Did that start recently, or did that start pretty early on as well?
Well,
Benny 16,
yeah, I love Benny.
Misfit, you know.
Yeah, fuck with Misfit. Certain ones like Misfit, I knew Misfit. for like a while before because we went to the same high school. And then Benny 16, I've been fucking with Benny. I don't really know. I low key like always like love music. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? But I just never really like got into it because I don't even know, to be honest. I just never got into it, and then I just was like good like once I started. So I
And
was
you knew
decided
you
to
just
fuck with
wanted to
it.
be like a rapper right away? Were you like freestyling and shit like that like beforehand, or?
I was doing a lot of freestyling when I was like, you feel me, like a senior. You know what I'm saying, in high school and shit.
I'm curious what your freestyle sound like because your music is definitely like it's got like a monotone draw and like
hmm
some storytelling. Like,
Shit, I mean, most of my recorded songs is freestyles. Like,
oh,
a
okay,
lot of them are punched in. Like, it's not like I'm just doing a long ass
no, no,
freestyle. You
of
know what I'm
course, yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, shit.
yeah.
And
What was?
another thing I want to say too is because I really lived a lot of the shit I talk about. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like at the
yeah,
end of the day, you feel me? Like I'm not gonna get super into like, oh, this is what I do and whoopty whoop, and I'm not on that type of time. But it's a lot of people in general, but especially just because of where we at, that they can't really talk about shit because they not really living that type of lifestyle.
yeah.
You
I
know?
see you posting on your story pretty often, uh, giving like little motivational speeches, but also just kind of like uh, making a statement
Mhm.
necessarily. Like, people like not necessarily putting them people in their place because it's more or less like if the shoe fits
Mhm.
type deal. But yeah, yeah. So where do you think like that like comes from? Like being like, oh hey, this is like what I'm about, and I'm gonna tell you guys like what I'm about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like for one. Like, how would I say this? Like, um, one of the things I be talking about when I be doing that type of shit is like a lot of these people, you feel me? Like, we knew you before this.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, a lot of y'all knew me before this too. But, like, regardless of like football and shit like that, yeah, I was playing football because I was trying to make it out. Like, I was always trying to make it out. I was always trying to make my way. A lot of these people don't come from nothing where it's like you was ever in the struggle, like you was ever in a situation where you really had to, you feel me, you really had to make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know
You
what
even
I'm
have a
saying?
bar or something like that. It's like back in high school, me and Twin probably would have
Probably
took
still would have took your
your
kicks
shoot.
off,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Cause like, yeah, I used to play sports. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing
yeah.
wrong with doing athletics. It ain't nothing wrong with trying to take a route to, you feel me, do shit for your family and be able to just get money at the end of the day that's not illegal. I feel like right now, right, it's a lot of shit going on where people think they got to do illegal shit and violent shit to like be accepted.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Like
cause
prove themselves.
yeah, it's like if you not even, first of all, bro, like at the end of the day, sometimes that type of shit has to be done because you feel me. If you ever been in a situation where you couldn't eat, you feel me, because like you was hungry because your family ain't have the
Survival of
money.
the
You know
fittest.
what I'm saying? Then it's different because yeah, it's like you gotta do something. But it's like a lot of motherfuckers don't even come from that. Like they was living in Indian
They're
Trail,
just real
big
pieces
ass
of shit.
houses. Yeah, and they doing that shit to try and look cool and shit. You feel me?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, my mama.
So, what was like some of like the first music that you dropped?
I remember, I think the first song I dropped was Statistics. The oldest shit you're gonna be able to find is definitely on my SoundCloud. I don't have hella old shit in or drop because I mean I got hella old shit. I don't have a lot of it dropped and shit because fucking I just didn't feel like dropping it at the time. But like everything has its time and place.
Mhm.
And then another thing with that is like I just kept evolving with my music. So it's like I'm putting shit out at one level at the beginning, and then say I record 20 songs or something, right?
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, I'm listening to my new shit that I recorded, and I'm just feeling like, wow, like this is way better than my old shit. You feel me? So I
Mm.
wouldn't drop, but
I got you.
I got hella shit in the vault. That's a lot of shit that you feel me from like 6 months ago to a year even that might get dropped still.
Word, and you're working with Nick, the producer, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Is that like your sole studio that you're working out of, or you got like a couple different places you're bouncing around
For the most part, I fuck with Nick. Nick's good at what he does. But at the end of the day, like um, I'm gonna go where you feel me. People are the best at what they do, because that's what's best for my career.
from? Hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not just gonna like stop fucking with Nick, but I'm just saying that in the sense of like I could record at a different studio tomorrow. I'd
Yeah,
probably end up going back to Nick because Nick is like my consistent guy for me. I like putting money in his pocket. You feel me? I like what he does.
you guys
But
can communicate like
yeah,
properly and stuff like that.
I don't feel like I have to only record with Nick though. You
No, no,
feel
no.
me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like working with like features and stuff like that. Like you don't gotta just constantly keep getting like the same feature with
Yeah.
whoever or whatnot. How did you what led you to getting that Sauce Walka intro? Because that was tight as fuck, and that's a hard ass fucking song.
Yeah, so
Bite down,
uh-huh.
bite down.
Yeah, so what had happened was first, because I mean, to be honest, I like making music, but like music's not like there's a lot of people that just love music so much, like that's all they do, like that's all they want to do.
Mhm.
I'm not that type of guy. Like I'll take my time, you feel me? I'll have like a music grind where I'm just doing music for a couple of months, and then I'll take a step back and then work on developing other streams of income and shit for a couple of months. The reason I say that is because I was in one of those phases where I was like, you feel me, working on other shit, and Peso had tapped in with me, and he said some shit. I don't remember what he said. He said some shit like, "Yo, he's running a deal or some shit," and I was like, "Shit, you feel me? Like you cool and shit. Like I don't mean no disrespect, but basically I asked for Sauce Walka because I just was like that popped into my head when
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Peso hit me. Cause like Sauce Walka, I fuck with Sauce Walka. Like you feel me? He a real like he a valid, like he a street artist. He's actually living the shit he be rapping about. And then I just tapped in with him, and then whoopie whoop.
It ended up working out.
Yeah.
Hella fucking fire. You plan on getting any more big artist features and stuff like that, or do you have anything like in the works that you might be able to tease a little bit?
Mm. I'll probably have some more shit from SS Rich and Verdi baby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I fuck with them over there. Besides from that, probably nothing else at this point in time, But
You got any bridges with any Seattle artists or anything like that? Any other Tacoma or Washington artists?
yeah, I fuck with Track Money. Track Money, that's the homie. I fuck with
Okay.
Track. Track a solid individual. I'll definitely have some shit with Track Money too. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. In Seattle, I got family out there. I be out there a lot. I don't really got a lot of Seattle artists where I'm just dying to work with them. To be honest, the Seattle scene, I feel like it's a lot of hype around that right now. Like, but I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing because, like, at the end of the day, like, I live out here. So it's like, I be knowing the real. But basically, what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong, there is some real artists out there
Yeah,
who are
yeah, yeah.
really on that type of time. But
100%.
it's nobody, no real Seattle artists.
So
Unless,
who out in Spokane is a real artist in your eyes? Who put us on to?
hmm, some artists out here who is certified, I would say for one, fucking 100K. He don't really put out too much music no more. Finesse Game Cliff, um, shit. Anybody who say 10 stacks up and they shit is
Mhm.
valid for sure. Who else? Benny 16, of course. Um, shit. I can't really think of no more off the top of my head right now, but it's definitely some more out here though.
You
Definitely
got
some
any
more
more
out here.
collabs with anybody new, or are you just kind of sticking with the close knit group of people that you are mentioning right now.
See, that's another thing. Like, you feel me? What I was talking about is like that's one reason I'm so, you feel me, like off and on with the music shit is I don't like the industry shit. Like, I don't like, you feel me, being fake friends with motherfuckers and doing songs. I don't do songs with people I don't like, shit like that. So it's like I'm definitely gonna stay like on some close knit shit. I make music with people who either I fuck with or I respect. Like, I respect what they doing. I respect who they are as a person.
I got you.
You know what
If
I'm saying?
anybody's like buying a feature from you, or are you always gonna accept the money, or is that like one of those things where it doesn't matter what the dollar is?
Fuck no. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'll do a lot of features if people pay me. Like most of the features I've done, like people pay me for, but at the end of the day, it's
Like that
like
situation with like Kodak and 6ix9ine and stuff. Would you
yeah,
would you take a mill for?
6ix9ine. That'd be a tough one, honestly. If it was like maybe if it was like double digit millions in like, in a imaginary world or whatever. If it was like 10 million plus, I'd probably do it, but I wouldn't do it for less because it's like, yeah, it's just not respectable. I'm big on energy and shit, and it's like you coming on my song and then you don't stand for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? You're gonna talk all that street shit, and then whole time you telling. So it's like I wouldn't be able to respect that. I wouldn't want that energy near me.
Damn, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's crazy. That's crazy. I had to ask though. That's fucking. A lot of people are thinking about that stuff. Some people quick to answer like,
Hmm.
"Oh hell no." Some people are like, "Wait a minute, let me debate that shit."
Yeah, because I
Because
mean,
Kodak even he said that I even got a rap paying me cheese, giving me cheese or something like
hmm
that. So like he was like even addressing some stuff like that, like kind of clowning the situation.
yeah, I mean, everybody do business different. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's a goofy if he did a feature. Like, if you broke or whatever, and then somebody offer you millions to rap on a song, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But me personally, I'm big on, I'm big on that type of shit. So,
You're also you're pretty big into like working out and shit like that, right? You've been
hmm
recently posting that you got a new like a gym page.
hmm
You're looking for influencers and stuff like that. You got merch on the way with all of
definitely.
that as far as like not the XD, but just as like the working out shit.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, right, if you want to live a comfortable life and you want to take care of your family, which is the most gangster shit you can do, then it's like streams of income is key. So don't limit yourself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I would never limit myself to, oh, I'm only doing rap shit to make money. Whoopie woo. Nah, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I got a brand of like athletic clothing in the works. Uh, that's gonna be popping up very, very soon. Um, Definitely be in the gym. Definitely take care of my body. I mean, I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, health is wealth.
Mhm.
Like, it ain't no point in, you feel me? Yeah, getting all this money or whatever, and then dying before you can move your family out the. You feel me?
So you add black and milds to your routine and
Uh
shit
huh.
like that.
I
So
love black.
tell us a little bit about that. How are you different from the average person who's like, do not smoke and work out, do not whatever. I mean, you obviously are having results. People are
Hmm.
seeing the results on the fucking Instagram and shit like that.
Shit, I'm just like I'm true to who I am. So it's like maybe one day I'll just be completely clean when it comes to all that shit. But I do what I want to do. Like
You feel like are you just like bulking and shit like that, or are you like doing cardio and all
I
that shit?
definitely do some cardio. Cardio is good for your heart. You feel me? It's good for
You ever feel that shit or just fucking hawk up a lung like right
fuck
afterwards?
yeah. I mean, there's times where I've
That's
like
like a workout in itself. I swear to God, just
uh,
fucking getting all that shit out.
coughed up tar, like that black shit or whatever. Yeah, I've coughed
Hit
that
the
shit up.
inhaler real quick, fucking.
But that's why, like, the way I move, like I'm like you know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm doing that's unhealthy, whether that be this or that, I'll take breaks. Like I'll do it, but then I'll take like a 2 week break where I'm just like exercising. I eat super healthy. That's important. Like that's important. You gotta watch what you put in your body. Because these companies and shit, they just trying to sell you the cheapest shit, that you're gonna buy,
Yeah.
fast food and whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? I'll take breaks from this.
We seen you
I'll,
eating like cheesy broccoli
yeah,
and
hell
good
yeah.
steak and shrimps and shit
Uh-huh.
and fucking eating real good.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you put in your body because that's gonna control how you feel.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially, you know what I'm saying, when you whatever sipping lean and smoking weed and smoking backwoods all the time, popping pills or whatever. When you do shit like that, not saying I do shit like that, but when you do, you gotta have some balance. Like you can't be out here fucking. You only eat McDonald's and Jack in the
tweaking.
Box, and then you also fucking your body up. You know what I'm
Yeah, bro,
saying?
you're gonna feel it. It's gonna catch up to you. Get fatigued, fucking
Uh-huh.
get alopecia or something from that shit.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, man. Fucking, you got any new music in the works or anything that's gonna be coming out here in
Um,
the near future?
I
Real near.
recorded
We got a couple
some.
months left of this year.
I recorded some shit the other day. Some tough shit. Nothing that's gonna drop super super soon. But I will say I've been experimenting with other types of music. Cause
Okay.
like
I
I
seen you did
just
a like a singy joint with that
mhm,
moonlight.
yeah
It was a little different.
yeah. I kind of like defaulted into like hip hop and shit just
Mm-hmm.
because of like my life, like who I am and how I was raised and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Can
um,
like resembles.
yeah, I always kind of like admired just like the rock star shit. You feel me? But I just never thought I could do it. Like I was never like, oh, you can't do that. But like I just never was like, oh, like you should do this
What do you mean
until like
rockstar
pretty
shit? You like
recently.
you singing? You fucking like yelling a little bit? You got auto
Shit,
tune
I
or?
wouldn't say yelling, but some form of singing and shit. Like I said, I'm just experimenting. That's a lot harder to do than rap,
I
Like,
got you.
you feel me? Singing and shit is difficult, but I will say I'm
It's a
experimenting
little
with
bit
that
more
type of
different
shit.
with like punching in and then going straight to being like,
Yeah,
damn. Are you like are you going as far as like practicing like your range and shit like that or
I wouldn't say that far, but just like um, trying to like combine. Because at the end of the day, I'm only gonna talk about shit I really did and shit I've been through. Granted, you feel me? I might exaggerate a little bit or something. Like I'm
mm,
not gonna say everything's spot on, but most of the shit I talk about in my music is shit that I really done seen, I really did, I really experienced. So you feel me? It's not gonna be like 80s rock and roll and shit like that. It's gonna be kind of like just like I would consider it like alternative rock maybe, but at the same time,
I'm
I'm
trying to like damn when I
I
think
know,
alternative
right?
rock, bro, I'm thinking like Creed or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
Nickelback or and I'm not saying oh, is there like a band or something that you're like is it like instruments and shit or is it like straight up like
it's more like I mean, I usually use beats still. So, but I mean the beats do be sounding more like motherfuckers playing guitar and
I
shit,
got you.
drums and shit. But like I said, it'll be more like it's like a mix, like an alternative rock slash rock sound. But
Hmm.
also a lot of the shit I'm talking about is street shit, you know what I'm saying? Like trapping, you feel me? Whoopty whoop, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Doing
looking forward
drugs,
to this shit,
shit
man. I'm
like
like,
that.
I'm ready for this shit, bro. I like when that
Hell
kind of
yeah.
shit comes out. You be hearing like a country song and it's like, oh, turn that shit out, and they say something like
Yeah.
crazy, and you're like, whoa, hold up, he's talking about a different kind of mud right
Uh
now.
huh.
I'm like, that's crazy.
uh-huh.
Damn. But yeah, no, dude, that's dope. That's exciting. So fucking
I'm
are
big
you
on
gonna
like
like
original shit too. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you
no
off,
no no,
but
you're good.
I'm big on original shit. So like I try to make sure when I make music, it doesn't sound like anything. Like it
Mm,
doesn't sound like anything I ever heard before. You
yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Granted, like a beat might sound similar, but like my flow, the way I talk on some shit, I don't want it to sound like nothing.
Bro, yeah, I couldn't really
So,
compare you to like anybody else. We've seen like your post on like Thizzler and stuff
mm,
like that, and like people from like the Bay and shit, they're putting in their 2 cents and everything like that.
mm,
And yeah, no, I think it's just more or less the people who don't like it just haven't given it that second listen. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because it is different.
I
It's not
mean that,
bad. It's
and
just
then
different. You know what I'm saying? You give it a couple and you're like, whoa, this I actually like this kind of fucking music. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Like, but right off the rip, I was like, bro, this dude's speaking some crazy stuff and has like a flow like nobody fucking else. I'm like, that's unique. That's not fucking. That's unique.
I appreciate that, but I say like you got, you know what I'm saying? You got, I mean, you always gonna have haters. You feel me? If you don't got no haters and you aren't popping, like I love that shit. I mean, that shit motivate me. You know what I mean? Plus, motherfuckers ain't getting no money, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody who don't got no paper could ever bring me down when it come to that. But I will say, a lot of the time, like when people be, you know, like they don't like it or whatever, everybody has their own like taste, you know? And a lot of people they like one genre of music,
Hmm.
you know? I'm not like that. I like hella different music. Like if it sounds good, I listen to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
That's one thing. Like I don't really know how would I even say that? It's like a lot of people, right? They only listen to hip hop, for example, because they're like, oh, like everybody says they hate country music, so like I hate country music.
Bro, and it's funny, and like the
Like
people
they
who
be
like
scared, you know?
if they like Little Dirk, they like all that industry stuff.
Uh-huh.
Dirk, Drake, this, that. If you like
Uh-huh.
Draco, you like Remble, you like Distinct T, you like LA
Uh-huh.
artists, you know, you like Rucci, then you like AZ Chike, then you like fucking it is kind of funny how it is like one minded and stuff, and
Yeah.
it kind of like it's like a type of person instead of them being like
People put themselves in a box
this Luke
because
Bryan song actually goes pretty fucking hard.
yeah, because people would rather be accepted, you know, for like just being regular than have people not like them for being honest.
But they think they're like they're doing something,
Yeah.
having it in, they're like, wow, I'm actually portraying this image.
Yeah. That's nah, that's real though. That's funny because like I started realizing that like a year or two, a couple years, whatever back. It's like really, if you just do that, like if you just put yourself in a box and you just go along with like what everybody else liking and shit,
Feel like it limits you.
you're never gonna be nothing
Yeah,
because
it limits you. You got so much more outreach by being a little bit more open minded with shit.
yeah, because you might like if you only doing something that only you like, right? Then yeah, at the end of the day, some people are not gonna like it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just life. But also, people are gonna admire that. When you're just regular, it's just regular. You see that every day. You know, there's nothing special about it. So it's like, why would anybody admire that? Why would anybody pay you for that? Like, it's nothing.
The philosopher himself, man, XD.
Uh-huh.
Shit, dog. Fuck. Damn, we touched base on damn near everything. You think there's anything that we missed out or that you wanted to talk about that we didn't touch base on?
Hmm. Shit. I mean, nothing crazy I could think of. I would just say, like I said, you know, don't put yourself in a box. Do whatever you like doing. I feel like in this day and age, it's like people want to just be one thing, but they don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? That's not really what they want, but that's just what they think they can be accepted for. So, like, for example, right, somebody in my shoes, they're just gonna rap, even though they wanna work out, like, and hit the gym, but they feel like the only way they're gonna be cool is if they just doing drugs and rapping.
Yeah.
So it's like they're low key unhappy and depressed because they're not doing what they really want to do. You feel me? And I just feel like, you know, even though it might be controversial for some people, like people are gonna be like, well, are you really that then if you're doing this and this? You still gotta do whatever you want. Like I be in the gym, I'm about to start fighting, this training shit. I do rap, you feel me? I just do whatever the fuck I want.
Versatile.
You know, and that's how it's gotta be.
Hmm.
It gotta be.
Well, shit, dog. Fucking, I appreciate you coming down and fucking doing this interview. I know you don't really like do interviews or anything like that, so
Mm-hmm.
this is a real special episode. You guys get a fucking inside look at somebody who's been in the scene for quite some time, doing some really cool ass shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
So,
appreciate you having me, man. You know, man. I
hell
mean,
yeah,
it's nice being here and shit.
hell
Like I
yeah, man.
said,
Any shout outs? Any
Shit, shout out my twin. Shout out my brother Zay. Feel me? Shout out my little brother Peasy. Feel me? The barber.
Mhm.
Cutting motherfuckers up and shit. Wooty woot, man. That's all I can think of. Shout out Manor, man. Fuck with Manor, man. That's the guy right here.
Appreciate
Feel
it,
me?
man.
Aside from that, man, like I said, just, you feel me? Be yourself. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you want to do. And you're going to be happy.
Hell yeah, man. And with that being said, shout out XD Stack, shout out
Uh,
Spokane, and this is No More Moses with Manor.